All right. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody in between. Hello from the booth. All right. So I just got off of work, got in, and the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do this recording for you guys. That way we've got something tonight. And then I think I've got some school stuff I need to check on. So the first thing we did is I went ahead and I explored with the angle a little bit. So I moved the camera over and brought in the mic, so we've got a little bit more of a tighter shot. It looks interesting. I don't know how well it's going to transition over to the computer. I think we may have figured out our pixelation and stuff like that. We've got a lot of light in the booth, and then we've got all of our render settings set over to internet 1920 by 1080p. So thankfully that looks pretty good. I won't lie, it looks semi-decent. Also, we stuck with the blue. I think it's kind of cool having that blue, and then it kind of mixes in with the warm light from the booth. So that's not half bad. It really doesn't look half bad. So I showed it to someone at work, and they seemed to enjoy it. So we're stepping in the right direction, ladies and gentlemen. We are stepping in the right direction. Maybe a different light than what we've currently got in the booth maybe be pretty good, or a third light. But for right now, I think the blue meets the warm of the booth lights is working pretty nice. So guys, actually pretty cool. My work schedules are starting to come in. I've got currently 15 hours a week from one job and 20 hours a week from the other. We're about 5 hours short of full time, but I've got, 16 times 30 and then 15 times 40, so we're pulling roughly around a 75-hour paycheck, which isn't too bad. I would rather having pull like a full 80, but, for what we get here in the Midwest, it's not too bad. I did some of the number work, crunched a few numbers, and it comes out with enough to cover my bills, and then with enough to put back and save as well. There was also enough left over there for me to kind of budget in some fun money. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is always fun. That's always good. It kind of gives you the breath of fresh air. The way that it was told to me was that people are like cars. Everybody has a gas tank, and you can only go so far without refilling the tank. So having enough money left over on your paycheck to refill the tank is always a good thing. I think so long as, you put money back and you're covering your bills and stuff like that, your living expenses. So, looking at what the schedule is going to give me, I'm kind of excited about it. The only thing we have to do is make the second job work. It's a lot of it is exactly what I'm already doing, so I don't think there should be too much of an issue there. And the way that I figure it is if I can make this second job work, right, and I'm working close to 40 hours a week, then it means that I'm not mentally defunct or have any disorders outside of, anxiety, depression. And that I'm on medication for, but it means that I won't have any issues with that. It just means that I was in the wrong place. Thankfully, all of this is a lot easier than slogging away in a kitchen, and kitchen or a warehouse or a factory. So a lot of it is pretty just straight simple. You take the picture, then you go do some sales, and that's literally all the second job is. So it'll be pretty good. I've been looking at the MMOs, the ones that you pay for, and I can't seem to wrap my head around it. I like Final Fantasy XIV, and I think that I'm okay with doing, but I just can't see the point in spending $30 to $40 for an expansion that you can't play at all. Unless you turn around and spend another $15 to a company to pay a game that you just bought for. But that's just me. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going on 5 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and call it there for the night. So ladies, gentlemen, everybody in between, good night from the booth.